Ladies and gentlemen, if you could have one question answered, what would it be? Perhaps what is the cure to cancer? That could be a viable one. Maybe you're into mysteries. What happened to Amelia Earhart? Another really good one. But for me, it's when is CS2 going to release? You see, ladies and gentlemen, I have grown tired of the beta at this point. I feel personally like it didn't have a lot of stuff I wanted. I've heard people saying that the anti-cheat isn't even working, and I hope it's not because I have played against cheaters. It's just been not that great in my opinion. The map's gorgeous, absolutely stunning, but I feel like it's missing a lot, and that makes me think that maybe it's not coming out as soon as I thought. I am no expert on balancing like Counter-Strike matchmaking by any means. The highest I've like ever been is double AK. So that's not for me to decide. I just like shooting people. That's it. All that being said, when is CS2 coming out? No one knows. Valve told us in the original video, and I'll insert whatever it was here, that it would be summer 2023. Summer technically ends September 23rd, so maybe they could still pull it off. I could see that happening. That either I'm making this on a Tuesday, maybe later today or maybe next week we see it. That would be awesome. I'm gonna look like an asshole because of where this video is going, but we'll get into that. I wanted to introduce you guys to a concept known as valve time, a unit of time measurement similar to normal time, however very flexible, something that Valve says could take a week, could take a day, or something they say might take a month will take a year, generally fluid. So historically, Valve has been wrong about when things are going to come out. And so I took it upon myself to start going through and finding out how much things had been delayed. Let me enlarge this so you guys can see it a little better. I started going through every game Valve's ever made, and including mods, because I don't know if you know this, Valve created Half-Life, Team Fortress, Counter-Strike, all that were mods, and Valve would acquire the teams that made the mods and make it into a full release. That's why I counted it. Obviously, if it was just a mod that some guys made, I wouldn't count that. But yeah, I started going through and I started finding how long Valve said something was going to come out versus when it actually came out. And you can see here, I put the total delay. Even their first game, Half-Life, we had a 183-day delay. And it goes on. You know, some games, you have to point out, they hit the nail on the head. They said they were going to release it on that day, and they did. Or at least I found no evidence of it being delayed. So I'm going through, I'm finding all these articles. Some I'm not finding anything on, whatever. And I'm compiling this. And then I eventually discover someone has done this already. There is a Valve time thing already made. Somebody has found every instance of Valve being like, it's gonna come out this day, and then it doesn't. So I felt like a total fucking asshat when I realized that, because I was like 90% done. But it did actually help me correct one I wasn't sure about. And even though I didn't even finish mine because he just has it here. So for some of these, you'll only see like maybe the total delay, I think down toward the bottom. Like I didn't even bother updating these articles. Yeah, so down here you can see I just pulled from his. That's fine. So where does that leave us? For every game Valve has made, we have the total amount of time it was delayed. And we can take the average of all of these, and that will give us the average amount of time a game that Valve makes will be delayed. So we can see here, I have a average calculator, very simple. I hope everyone here is familiar with how to take the average of something, but I just put it in here to be simple and make sure I didn't fuck up. I have every single delay. You see, we can scroll up here on the other side, 183, then we have 12 days. I even down here calculated one of their games was delayed by like 2.5 hours, and I calculated how much that was. It wasn't actually 2.5, but it was something like that, and I got 0.09375 of a day. Anyways, now when we hit calculate here, we will have the average amount of time that Valve will release a game after the date they said it would come out. And that is going to be 129.13 days. So where do we go from here? So Valve said that this would come out in summer. That's a long stretch. We have no idea what they meant by that. Could have been the beginning, could have been the end, whatever. So we're going to assume they meant the middle of summer. That's just the safest assumption we can make. The US goes by the meteorological summer. And we can see here when I asked, it said halfway into that would be July 16th. This is our date. And we can see below that, I said, what is July 16th plus our average delay? And we are provided with the date November 23rd. Holy shit, have I never hoped I was wrong more. I can't imagine going through the entire next month without this being out. I hope I'm wrong. I'm going to give myself like a 10-day window. So we'll say like November 13th to like the end of November is like the average delay period. It should fall in there. Holy shit, I hope I'm wrong. I don't know what else to say. I was really hoping I was going to do all this and it was going to be like today. It's right now as I'm filming this, it is September 12th, and I was hoping it was going to be like the 14th or something like that. That is not the case. Did I mess up? Probably. But this is what we've got. This is apparently when Counter-Strike 2 will release. November 23rd, give or take a few days. Put your money on it right now, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to look like an asshole when Valve releases CS2 next week. But the numbers don't lie unless they do. I will see you guys next time.